Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are every day. People like to welcome y'all to the show. We're going live, and the image that you see that's accompanying this podcast is footage that myself, Verbal Pick Radio, and A-Tone Productions shot at a live event in Lafayette with the NFAC. So we're using our own photos at a live event. But I'd like to welcome Brother Marcus Mudd to the show. Brother Marcus, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, bro. What's going on?
You got it. Now, this is A-Tone Productions. So when you hear me say A-Tone Productions, that's the man behind the scene. Live and direct. And we appreciate having you on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. But now it comes out that Grandmaster Jay has been released from jail, right? Now this is the Wave 3 news, right? And it's stating that board members say the Prosecutor Advisory Council isn't following the law, that they're refusing to select a special prosecutor instead through their interpretation of the law. Attorney General Daniel Cameron presides as Attorney General Daniel Cameron presides as chairman over the council. Members of the Kentucky Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression during a Sunday event said the interpretation of the law that says once local jurisdiction relinquish investigative duties, the Prosecutor's Advisory Council acts as the lead investigator. The PAC then appoints a prosecutor most qualified. In the case of Brown and Taylor, prosecutors and the family called the Cameron's office to investigate. Basically, what they're saying is that they arrested Grandmaster Jay based on race, and that he was released on his own recognizance, although some are saying that it was a setup, it was a scam and whatnot. But in a capitalistic society, trust me, every court, every judge, every jurisdiction want their money. They ain't letting you do nothing for free.
Right. Definitely not.
Yeah, so it says that they refuse to select a special prosecutor instead through their interpretation. So they were using their own interpretation of the law to convict them. So they had to let him go on his own recognizance, which I guess they're saying that he might have to appear in court and sort this thing out. But it just goes to show you that we can do the same thing, but yet we're harassed for it, such as the experiments that they do where they have a white guy walk down the street at AR-15 right past police, and they smile, wave at him, nothing's wrong, he keeps going. But when the black guy tried to do it, they tackle him to the ground and the whole nine.
Right.
And the frustrating part is the fact that, hey man, you got my tax dollars, I'm paying your salary. Our response, and this is what it is, Brother Mark. I think we're having a wrong response to certain issues. We're not responding to the issues the way that the issues demand. And I'm not saying being violent or anything like that, right? I'm just simply saying our approach may be wrong. What do you think? Well, what do you think about that?
Our lack of response and failure to respond properly is heartbreaking to me personally. And for us as a people, it's detrimental.
Right. Because uh, in the future, dealing with our children and dealing with future generations, the time is right now with the information age, with the internet, with the knowledge that's present today. We're not utilizing the knowledge with action. We're not bagging up the knowledge with the proper action or something, because you can't tell me that a system of racism, which was created, because if you look at there's a show on Netflix called Thieves, right? And so they saying, damn, man, slavery is going on in America where 33% of the workforce is done by these Africans, and 100% of the white people are sitting back collecting a profit. They were over in Europe saying, we got to get involved in this thing, This is where it's at, right? They saying, man, the land in America, man, is twice as big as France. They're saying, hey, man, we need to get involved in this thing. We need to get down to the Americas, gather some of this land for ourselves, and, we can sit back here in Europe, send our unwanted over there. We'll create a system of white supremacy to make the anybody that don't look like white. We're gonna create this system to where you'll be bowing down to peasants and don't even know it. Meaning, some of the whites that came to America were peasants, but since they implemented that system of white supremacy, the people, the natives, and those that they had slaves couldn't distinguish or tell that they were peasants, because the system that they implemented, I guess it worked so great to where we were being ruled and controlled by a person who had been seen as a peasant in his own country. That's one of the... Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. I didn't cut you off, bro.
Oh, no, bro, you were saying that's just...
I was going to say that's that shiny object syndrome. Something new, something bright over there that got my attention, that's appealing. And it must be right because it's different. And that's it. Materialism. Vanity. That's all it is. That's what they run on. That's what they run things on. And that's how they run things. That's what they run things by. It's simply materialism.
Right. But
skin color.
Why were we so easily fooled by materialism when hell, all 80% of the world's natural resources comes out of Africa? We seen gold before. We building pyramids. How did he create this system that swept us like a storm? And it's
like a trap.
Okay.
Yaku taught him.
Right.
Use what I'm making you into as your power, and that's all you need. You don't need virtue. You don't need merit. You don't need skills, talent. You don't need knowledge, understanding, wisdom. All you need is a light skin color, and you will rule over them because you are something new and appealing and exciting.
Right.
Something new. Something different. And that's all they need to rule things. And we still fall for that shit here in 2021.
Today. And the funny part about it, Brother Mark, is the fact that they were wickedly clever enough to start destroying libraries, right? Because they're saying, well, hell, we don't want them to come up or study and find our weakness so they can overthrow us. So we're going to destroy these books of mathematics so we can rule them with the one book of mathematics that we gave them.
Right.
So the question
we
is,
didn't destroy our own knowledge.
Right. Say it
we
again.
Didn't destroy our own civilization, sir.
Just say it again, brother.
We didn't destroy our own civilization and knowledge. We buried it, knowing that they was coming, what they was coming with.
Mm-hmm. Right. We buried it. So they couldn't gather and learn from it.
Right.
Okay. Then let me ask you this: do you believe that we knew that they were coming into power? So, do you believe that we cast a prayer into the future for a day when a generation is born free and can unlock that hidden knowledge to set things back in motion the way it should be?
Absolutely.
Right. So
all we need is a wake up message, a wake up word. Once we wake up, we start realizing our capabilities.
That's right. See, and they know that. So anybody that shows some type of strength, like J. Edgar Hoover said, they feared of a rise of a black messiah. They move in quick to try to discredit them first. See, and you're right why it's sickening, Brother Marcus, because they try to discredit them first in the public amongst their own people, and then once the people turn their back on them, then they move in and take them out.
Same old playbook.
Same playbook. And it's so easy for us to turn on each other. All the white we gotta do is get somebody black to say that that person is an agent, or that person had got some kind of dirty laundry, and they air it out in the public, and then the people so fickle, they turn on them, and and then next thing you know, they got them isolated, and they can swoop on in and move them out the way.
Just like that. Same old playbook, brother.
Same playbook. In 2020. But and that's what these shows are about. To try to pinpoint a method, a system, an ideology to where that game won't work on us nowadays. They had us fooled, at one time, but not nowadays. The trick shouldn't work. Matter of fact, I don't even think the trick is actually working. I think that we giving the trick life to make it work.
That's exactly what we're doing.
the trickster, he still shocked that the shit's still working.
Yeah, we picking up the trick off the ground and putting it to use our damn self without the creator of the trick even being bothered about it. We see the trick and go get the trick and start running the game on each other just for attention, notoriety, power, clout chasing. We sick with it.
But could that be that subconsciously we're remembering the days when we were on top and we ruled, and we can't let that go, and we try to do anything to recover what we lost without thinking solid,
No, there's just nigga on the plantation that's want to let's step up. It's just chicken jaws, you know what I'm saying?
He want an extra biscuit, huh?
Just want an extra biscuit. She want to go into town with master sometimes and indulge in the little towns, games and being around master. Just trying to get a step up above the niggas on the plantation. Trying to be separate, trying to be better.
See,
thinking you are better. And all you want to do is stomp on one that's trying to make progress for us.
See, and that's why that's the part where I don't like. See, if you got talent and skills, and you showcasing your talent and skill, That's fine. But when you try to step on somebody or use somebody to get to the top, then that's the problem. Because, big fields of weight, everybody got skills, they got talent. Everybody strives to be better tomorrow than what they were today. And you gather things and you move forth. Nobody's stagnant. But when you try to grab somebody and use them as a stepping stool or dog them out or whatever, then nothing good can come from that.
The good old fashioned crab in the bucket.
In the bucket, man. And see, the thing is it's okay for the crab to want to get out the bucket. But they fail to realize that some fail to realize that, this crab wants to get to the top so he can get the rope and throw it back in, but he can't get to the top to get the rope because they keep pulling it back down and everybody's stuck in the bucket.
Well, the crab's down there with the claws grappling at his feet. The crab ain't got feet, but you know what I'm talking about. His tail, goddamn.
Right.
Snapping at his tail. Nah, niggas, you can't go before me. It ain't you. I don't want it to be you.
Right.
There's something wrong with you because you ahead of me.
Right.
That's just a crab. You know what I'm saying? Tip the motherfucking bucket over and stop accusing your brother.
Right. That's right.
If you're that wise and strong, tip the bucket over.
Right.
And let us all roll.
Let everybody get out. Nah. Because we got that, hey, look at me. Hell with everybody else.
Focus on somebody else getting attention. That's all he can focus on and can't really express what's in him and develop his own talents and gifts.
Right.
So worried about what somebody else is doing.
Right. Yeah, because that's a lack of self-confidence because big fields of weight. Man, it's so many opportunities and so many roads and different paths you can go on to where everybody don't have to go down the same road to get to the goal. But for some reason, some feel like, everybody got to go down the one road to get it. And the road is crowded. When it's so many different roads and paths to take to get to the goal. Just get to the goal.
So blind with jealousy and envy that he or she doesn't realize that if you help that one that's doing something, it's something going to come out of it for you. And then you have a responsibility after that. You don't see the responsibility that the one who's getting the shine is responsible for.
Right.
Because the one that's getting the shine doesn't just get a shine for himself. It don't just stop there. You got a responsibility now.
Right.
But they're not paying attention to that part of it.
No.
Because they're so busy hating.
Right.
So they won't help that person. So they can't benefit from what that person is doing and can't benefit from what they are able to do, their abilities. And so they'll never see their responsibility. It's easy to sit back and talk about what somebody else is doing. It doesn't take much to be that and do that.
Right.
It don't take a whole lot to hate and be a hypocrite.
Mm-mm.
That's weak.
Right. You say, brother, it takes a little amount of effort, huh?
Man, it don't take nothing. It's the easy way out. It's the easy way out.
Right.
Try to show that brother or sister some support and see how much harder that is on your heart,
right.
Hater.
Right.
If you're so strong and you're so much better and wiser, once you dig deep into your mind and find some empathy or sympathy for your brother when he's in a situation, whether he is right or wrong, and you don't even know if he's right or wrong yet.
Right, but
you just up with the gavel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
look into it and see if your brother is right or wrong, and maybe you want to help him.
But see, the thing about that is a lot of times they don't have the knowledge to judge. They just operating out of hate just to stop the show. If they had the knowledge to judge properly, then they come up with constructive criticism and help build on it. They're not going to do that. They just want to find one thread that might be sticking out so they can pull on it till the whole garment is just gone. And
right.
then
So what you're saying is, if they want to find it, it's willful. We talking about some willful black devils.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are not silly, ignorant mistake makers.
No.
These are willful hypocrites.
Willful.
With knowledge in their head.
Yeah. Simply because they took a oath. They like that. It's generations of getting that extra biscuit passed down from generations to generations. To their security is they like that pat on the head. They like that extra biscuit. They like their slave master saying, good job. That's the world to them. They like the reward they get when they go out there and retrieve some information on people who really trying to liberate and be free, and they like running back telling their slave masters who to look out for and who to do this and who to do that. That's their job. They've been doing that job for generations.
Right.
Generations, bro.
And those are treacherous people right there, bro.
Treacherous. That's why you think it's 2020. And I don't care where you at in America. Any hood USA. And you can find one where you can drive down and it will still look the same as if it looked it in the 60s or the 70s. Like where the progression. Although you do got some who have that has the free mind, and they go and build, they go and create, they open up businesses, and they let it be known, don't come around here with that bullshit. But you got some, and in that same church sitting right there that have shown little progression. Purposely, because there's always a watchdog that's right there that's going to go run and tell when somebody is making some kind of stride. Cut them off. Right. Same. 2020. Right. So.
2020.
In 2020. I mean, I'm seeing it right now. Look, but you can tell something is unraveling, though, because I'm seeing your boy now, Clyburn. He telling Biden, hey, man, I thought you was going to have a black cat, more black folk in the mix. Biden telling them, well, just wait, I'm not through yet. But, somebody was promised something, and they ain't got it yet, so they upset.
Clyburn is a fool. He served us up. Biden is a liar. That's their go-to excuse. Wait. Why are we waiting? Well,
right.
What I hear brothers and sisters saying now, man, we don't want to talk about progress. We need immediate change.
Right.
Because progress is a waiting game.
Right.
These little baby steps ain't getting us nowhere because we still getting slaughtered in the streets every day.
Every day, man.
We're living at the mercy of another people on a daily basis. Why in the hell would you tell somebody like that to wait? Wait for what? What are we waiting on? We are 400 years behind due to your, what do you call it? When people just get stuff because they feel entitled.
Entitlement.
Because you are living a benefited life due to what our forefathers were subjected to by your forefathers. And now you have the nerve to say the word wait?
Yeah, for real.
People stepping on our neck while our hands and feet are bound, and you telling us to wait?
Right, but
12-year-old boys getting shot down in a park for playing in a park, and women sleep in the bed getting shot.
Yeah.
You telling us to wait?
Wait, yeah,
You see, but you can tell people like Clyburn that, you know, they knew who they was dealing with from the beginning. That's why they went to him to get him to do what they did. His state didn't even vote for Democrats. They all voted for Trump. But yet and still they go get him because they knew that he can tell a bunch of niggas to go vote.
Yeah,
for Biden.
Right, so he could be the nominee.
Instead of letting the people's voice, let the people's will be done.
Yeah, but see,
send one of their Negroes out there to tell the rest of the Negroes, hey, this is what we gonna do.
Yeah, well,
I ain't got nothing for Clyburn and people like Clyburn. It's time out for them people. I don't, now you want to talk like you got concern? I don't know.
Right.
Fuck your concern, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You wasn't concerned about us when you decided to serve us up to the enemy like that.
That's right.
So now we supposed to forgive you?
Right.
Like Dylan Roof? We supposed to forgive Dylan Roof?
Yeah, for shooting down.
We supposed to forget.
Right.
Are we supposed to just forgive everybody and everything every time somebody fill us out or a hypocrite start talking shit with no basis of what they talking about? Even if you had a basis, go talk to the brother about that shit. Don't get on social media and run your shit in front of the world. Why don't you go talk to the brother about your concerns or somebody in the group?
Right.
Why you getting off? Because you want attention. You want to sell us out for something that ain't worth being sold out for.
That's right.
And time out for forgiving it.
Yeah, we need to find out.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, keep doing it. But we need to find out what organization they belong to when they forgive like that, to see is it a plot? Are they purposely sending them out there to send a narrative that this is what to bag up is what a good Christian do? To bag up them parts in the Bible where it say turn the other cheek, and if your master cold, give him your coat, and keep that narrative. Who are you working with? Because at this point in 2020, people fail to realize, from my generation on back, we grew up listening to Minister Farrakhan. And so people like Clyburn, Kamala, anybody that won't stand or won't even mention the minister's name or won't say, no, that's my brother, I'm down with him. You know what I mean? You're not free. Man, you're not free.
No, you're not.
You are not free, brother.
You can't say what you really want to say. You can't believe what you really want to believe. You can't talk your feelings. You can't go where you really want to go because you're afraid somebody might see you going there. You're not free.
You're not free.
You don't want to be free.
Right. Or you don't know what freedom is.
If somebody want to get strong, they exercise. You're not practicing freedom.
Right.
You gotta practice freedom when you ain't had it, dummy. You see what I'm saying? And as soon as we get through finding out where they coming from with their little game, then we need to make an example out of it for the next one that think they're going to do that shit.
That's right.
See, that's what we got to learn how to respond to these things properly.
That's right. That's a fact. That's a fact, Brother Moore. But we need, see, the people, the masses of the people are ready. They just they're just not afraid, but don't know what side to stand with. Because there's so much going on. They raised up with these preachers that's been selling them out. Then here you got Strong Brother saying, now put that down and come over here. But in the back of their mind, they hearing what grandma told them, and then the colonizer, he understands this, right? So what he does is he go right up in the middle and keep that division going, because at this age and at this stage, if you can't make up your mind and know where you at today, they not gonna have no mercy on you. If you don't know what time it is at this present state in time, something is wrong. Look, it's just, check this out, brother boy. They got the vaccination coming out, right? Now, they know that with all the negative things that surrounded black people dealing with the Tuskegee experiment and what they did with the natives and Planned Parenthood, black people are not really susceptible to stick their arm out and let the colonizers stick a needle in their arm and inject them with who knows what, because it's impossible to get a vaccination within a year, right? But they know how to get black leaders to go out in front and convince black people to take the damn vaccine.
Surgeon General. Oh man, you gotta watch that fella.
Yeah. But he knows, right? He knows.
He know good and well. You don't get to none of those levels if we're talking about not the social media jackasses. I'm talking about these other people, these Clyburns and these Surgeon General. You don't get to those levels without really knowing what's really going on.
Right.
And that's how you become more effective. If you don't know, they tell you, look, this is what the deal is. Just like when you become a 33rd degree. They tell you, hey, you don't want to go no further than this, because look, this is what you've been doing all the while, but you don't want to know more than this. It's not for you to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what you need to do is take what you learned, and you need to go back to where you came from and make sure that those people don't know.
Right. Right. That's where we at. Brother, you just hit the nail on the head. That's where we at right now. And they right. so cunning and deceptive, but
right.
And they so confused, and that's their job, And they would do anything, bro. Anything. Their goal is to see pain on black people's faces. That's their reward.
This guy in Kentucky, the AG, Attorney General,
Cameron.
It was over. Yeah, that dude. Oh man, he up there with. I don't know which one to give Coon of the Year just yet, because I can't decide between that fella and Clyburn.
Right.
It's disgraceful.
It's disgraceful in 2020.
For people on the outside to be looking at this, I can just imagine what they're thinking of us. Like, are these two-legged animals out here in this North America? These black people, don't they know what they've been through and what they, what's going on around them by now? Well, they still falling for the same shit.
Well, right. Well, they filing for grandeur. They filing for somebody who says, "Look, man, I got some connections with downtown. With City Hall, right? And I know your family, struggling or whatnot. I can get you in or get you a cut of what's going on, but I need you to do this, since you kind of like an influencer within the community." And then
that's all it takes.
All it take, and then but at the end they don't give them nothing. They get nothing after they do the job. They still be waiting, and they get nothing.
Get thrown, tossed out back out in the street, back to us. Toss them back to us. I'm saying it's time out for forgiving these niggas. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's time out for forgiving these niggas.
Well, yeah.
It's time out for it.
But it seemed like we in the middle passage for our redemption, and it seems like the sellouts are in the middle passage as well, and they don't know whether the redemption is going to take place of black people, so they trying to keep one foot with the colonizer and one foot with the people, and trying to work both sides. But
that's what the definition of a hypocrite is. What you just described right there. That is the definition of a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A treacherous one. A double agent. That is the definition of these type of people. And it's time out for forgiving them. They don't even ask for forgiveness, just like Joe Biden don't. They follow their master's lead. They don't even ask for forgiveness. They don't say, I'm sorry, man, I got weak. You know what I'm saying? And I was hungry. They don't do that. They don't even, these niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they looking for the next wool to pull over their own people's eye.
Yeah, because they know what we gonna do by what their advisors tell them what we gonna do. Well, he checked. He say, look, you got your people in line? Yeah, boss, I got them in line. All right. He ain't got to deal with us. All he got to deal with that one. He just got to deal with that one Negro. That's it.
And that one get busted, they throw him back in our arms, and we forgive them. When they don't even ask to be forgiven. It's time out for that.
Well, all he got to do is go to the church and start crying, throw himself on the altar, and say how he was deceived and whatnot, and then rip a couple of scriptures on what Jesus said, and they back in the game. Yeah.
We need to take his ass out in the back and form a circle, put him in the middle, and make him earn his way back in.
That's right.
At least.
Yeah.
If I have to go, if we have to go to the primitive times, you can't even get in the game without getting jumped and getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have to take his ragged ass back out in the back and form a circle around him, and everybody take their frustrations out on him for what he did. Then maybe we can redeem it. Well, maybe he can, we can forgive him then.
Yeah.
But you just can't just come back around to the church and clap and then go home, give a little donation to the pastor.
Yeah.
So he can have him a chicken leg and everything's supposed to be all good.
And sell the people out again. Because, the people don't understand the power that they have as far as unity, jurisdiction, precinct, local and state elections. And they don't understand. But it should kind of kick in that, man, they sure doing a lot of campaigning around here. They sure want my vote and want to know what, you know what I'm saying, what I'm... sometimes you got to leverage your power to get something you want.
Right. I understand that, you want to deal with on civil. But, sometimes a nigga need a hickey on his head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fact.
You know what I'm saying? If enough people ask him why he got a black eye and a busted lip, and then when you look in the mirror, you're going to think about it. Why is it so easy to sell us out?
Yeah. Easy, bro.
And to talk down on those who fight hard to try to liberate us.
Yeah.
Well, how can you stand there and talk like that?
Right.
And feel good about it.
That's
and
right.
safe.
That's right. A fact. We're going to bring Brother Nasir. Now, Brother Mark, Brother Nasir just called in, right?
Yes, sir.
Brother Nasir, you got any latest on Grandmaster J? We live Verbal Peak Radio. It's going down, bro. You got any latest news?
No, sir. I don't have anything right now.
Okay. Done deal, because now, give me your assessment, because I done heard a couple of talks about him being an agent. Where did that come from?
Well, brother, you got people like Tariq Nasheed. He was one of the first to call Grandmaster J an agent. And then you've got this Morris Science brother who, I think is just a hating ass nigga. Personally, I hate to use that term. But
sitting there with the American flag right next to him. Go ahead, Arthur.
Yes, sir. I think he's just a hater. Personally, I think he's an undercover fag too.
Okay.
But because he seems to be infatuated with Grandmaster Jay. We were taught in the nation that the purpose for the swine was to mainly eat up all the filth and all of the dead bodies that were laying around in the Caucasus Mountains when Moses went there. And so, this brother is like the swine to me because all he seems to do is look for anything negative, anything that appears to be not right that he could blow up and use against Grandmaster Jay. I mean, it's sad to see a black man who's supposed to be awake, supposed to have Moorish knowledge, and you wasting your time, chasing down a brother, pointing out what flaws this brother may have instead of teaching the knowledge that you've been given to people who are seeking knowledge.
Right. Like the master, like when Brother Mark was just talking about, like the master gonna give you an extra biscuit or something, and that's all you clowning for.
Exactly, man. It's like, the messenger told us, well, if there's a dirty glass, brother, then set up a clean one beside it. If you know how to do this and you know something that the people need, then why don't you set up your clean glass and prove that Grandmaster Jay is a dirty glass?
Right.
But he hasn't done that, so anyway. But, these, and Tariq Nasheed basically, I think, is out of jealousy because Grandmaster Jay came on the scene now he's been on the scene teaching for quite some time, having classes on the teachings of Yahweh. He's been doing that for quite some time, but after Ahmaud Arbery was killed, having a military background, he linked up with some of the brothers who thought like him and wanted to do something about it, and they went down there, and that was the beginning of the NFAC. And so, you're looking at an organization, man, that's been around less than a year. They basically came on the scene as the NFAC in April and have become the largest black militia globally, and is now the number 2 militia in America in less than a year.
And you want
so. Yeah, so with that being the case, he's taken a lot of the attention away from some of these shysters like Tariq Nasheed. I mean, what the brother did as far as his documentaries, it was great information, but at the same time, brother didn't do the research. He just took other people's research and basically did a collage and presented it to us. That's all he's done. He hasn't really done the research himself. And so, and I applaud him for it because I like, his Hidden Colors videos, the ones that I saw. I thought he did a good job. But basically, he didn't do the work. He just took somebody else's work and, put it together and presented it to the world.
There you go.
Yeah, so, he's been pushing this, when brothers are being killed in the streets by the police, he's been pushing this Ogun pepper spray that's supposed to prevent brothers and sisters from being shot down by the police.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna change the nature of the beast with a pepper spray?
With pepper spray, brother.
That don't work. What you was getting ready to add, Brother Mark?
I'm just listening, brother. I'm listening. I did want to say that you educated me on this brother Tariq because I had no idea who he was, and that goes to what you said that Grandmaster Jay could possibly be taking so much attention away from the brother that he feels some kind of weight that he has to come out and try and denounce the man without even having knowledge of what's really going on.
Yeah.
And that to me is sad. That's a sad thing for us to be.
It's
a sad way for us to be.
Very sad, bro. 'Cause every time we get something moving and stride and with strength, they can always find a term to come out and try to tear it down, bro.
part is that, ain't no white man behind him, sending them after Grandmaster. They just do it on their own. And it's sad because here you are supposedly pushing this black agenda, being a lover of black people, a lover of black history and culture, and this and that, and going after another black man for making moves, encouraging people to exercise their constitutional rights to bear arms, and showing them that it's not illegal by getting out and doing it. He's not talking about it. He's getting out and doing it. So he's showing black people who have, out of fear, refused to or just didn't want to go purchase a weapon because of what they feared might happen to them. So, as a result of the NFAC, black people are purchasing more weapons by far than any other people in America right now. And they're arming themselves. So that's a huge threat to the powers that be. The one thing that they've never wanted us to have is a weapon, And so all the laws that they implemented, that they put in place, was to keep us, keep the weapons away from us. It's like, it's okay for us to take a bullet, going to fight for this country, but it's not okay to pick up a gun and defend yourself and your people.
That's right. And knowing that if anybody need guns, we need them as much as we've been attacked for 400 years. I mean, I like life. I like the life that the God gave me. I don't want somebody to come and just snub mine out because they feel like they can.
Well, our first general order, brothers, take charge of this post and all temple property in view. Mm-hmm. Your post is your life. We've been ordered to take charge of it and protect it at all costs, bro. Mm-hmm. So, that's our order, man. We are the life that Allah blessed us with, is a life that we're supposed to protect at all costs. I mean, we should be willing to protect it as bad as somebody is willing to take it.
Come on, bro. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking. Yes, sir, bro. Definitely.
I mean that's just real talk. And if you want to look at it, for those who might disagree, just look at it from a biological point of view. What does the immune system do? Mm-hmm. The immune system attacks and kills anything foreign that's not supposed to be in your body if it can. The immune system doesn't wait. It doesn't ask for permission. It does what it was created to do: destroy anything that might harm our bodies.
Fact. That's right. And we should do the same.
And we should do the same.
So,
on a conscious level, because the immune system is doing it for us unconsciously, but on a conscious level, man, we're ordered to do the same.
Well, when you love yourself and you have knowledge of self and who you are, then you can see the value within you. So, of course, you want to protect yourself. You see yourself as valuable.
Yes, sir. I think that would be the natural thing to do.
Right.
It's not something that you have to convince yourself to do. It's a natural thing to do. I mean, it's like if a fly or anything comes at you and you see it, you're either going to move or you're going to try to swat it away. Why? Because you're protecting yourself.
Right, but that's out of a conscious mind. Now, in 2020, if you coming from a slave mindset, then you need more convincing and more motivation to want to protect and love yourself, Although it shouldn't be in the slave mind still around in 2020, but damn, dude.
Hey, first law of nature is self-preservation, brother. That don't go nowhere.
That's right.
You do what you have to do to preserve your life.
That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nobody has to teach you that. I mean, you get thrown in some water that's above your head. Whether you know how to swim or not, you're going to try to get out of that water.
Facts. But think about it. You hear so many people saying, man, when them red and blue lights shine behind me, pulling me over, they freeze. They're afraid, hoping this man don't kill them.
Right. Well, that's the psychological fear, man. That's been injected in us, like the lessons teach us, man. That was put in us when we were babies.
Baby.
Why do we feel? Yes, sir.
So why do we still fear him that we're a big man? Now, what's the problem? But is it that there has to be a new revelation that needs to come? Or
well, it's already came. That's the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is
right.
That revelation. We fear because we were taught to eat the wrong foods. That's physical, mental, and spiritual foods. And it's sad though. Because protecting oneself is such a natural thing to do. It's okay when it's one of your own that you need to protect yourself against, but when it's one of them, it's like we freeze up.
So basically, we gotta wait till us like that in Moses' time. In Moses' time, Brother Mark, wait till the slave-minded people die over then.
Yes, sir.
Well, he said that you bring up a new generation.
Bring the new generation.
Just what it takes.
Damn.
Yes, sir, pretty much.
Well, that's what it's going. Yeah, because
and when you you mentioned Moses. Well, we've been taught that the story that we read in the Bible is one that never took place back then.
Right.
That is prophecy of you and I, the black man and woman here in America.
Right.
So with that being the case, then everything else that applies is also, a part of our history and our journey.
Right.
So that is definitely something that we have to look at,
Yeah, because we're saying, God's saying take the land, but we saying there's giants down there.
Yes, sir.
Then we say, okay, well, God, look here, you go and clear it out for us, and then we'll come down and take the land.
Well, and that's the way I see, the NFAC and those who are of like mind and who is not afraid to go and take the giant down,
Right. Yeah. Well, hey, brother.
And I would include the FOI, and that is just that the FOI has a different approach. And, the human body has many moving parts, but all these parts are working for the benefit of the one body. And this is how I think if most of us will come to realize that and act like we understand that, we wouldn't have any problems getting along, if the objective is to protect the body, to preserve the body, and secure the body, and give more life to the body. If everybody is working toward that end, and there should be no problems. Regardless to how we do it, there should be no problems between us because we understand the end goal.
Right, and that's what matters. Right, that's right. Yeah.
Amen.
That's unity then. Well,
yes, sir, and that's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said is our success, our unity. Is more powerful than a nuclear bomb or atom bomb. I forget.
Atomic bomb. Yes, sir. Atomic bomb. Yes, sir.
Atomic bomb. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, with that being the case, that is what we should all be striving toward, is to unify. But it's sad, man. We can't even come together. Even as Muslims, those of us who believe in the Honorable Elijah Muhammad are divided.
Yeah, shouldn't be, but yeah. Well, but you know what? But one of the reasons I think though is ideologies, right? Comparison. Look, I don't care if you with Silas, Brother Clarence 13X, Brother Farrakhan. It's the same teachings and strength in numbers. You can have your ideology and mindset, but we still can work together and build something.
Well, that's my belief, brother. And that's always been my position. As long as I knew that, the person that represented another group like Brother Silas and, Brother Clarence and even the brother from the New Nation of Islam, I can't think of
Brother Eric Muhammad.
Yeah, any of those brothers who, use the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as their foundation to stand on, I had no problems with them.
Right.
You know, because, you know, we were all given a right to exercise our belief. We were all told that we were gods.
Right.
And so, with that being the case, anybody who believes it and decides to step out based on their understanding, they have a right to do it.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that also includes strength in numbers.
Yes, sir.
Everywhere you walk, you should run into a Muslim with the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
absolutely
heaven on earth.
You know, so, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so it doesn't matter which, you know, to me, it doesn't matter which group, as long as you stand on the teachings.
Yeah.
You stand on the teachings, and I have no problems with you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, brother. I'm with you on that, man. And I appreciate your insight. When we get off, man, we're going to get that doc. For those that's listening, Brother Nasir was also on the journey with us to Lafayette, Louisiana. And me and Mark said this a lot of times on the show, how we saw snipers on the roof in Lafayette. So, of course, you're going to check your area to see is there a threat from the rooftop, because we saw snipers on rooftops when we were in Lafayette.
Right, and there was just as many in Louisville, and even though, you know, the police claim that, you know, they spoke with Grandmaster Jay and told him that they would have the police on rooftops and things of that nature. It doesn't matter. We all know how the devil works, and we know how they work together. They can let anybody slide in, you know, and take a rooftop, and, you know, you thinking that it's the police, and it's not the police. It's a sniper from one of these other organizations,
Right.
you know, and so, you know, brother being the type of brother that he is, I think he had the right to see or to acknowledge whoever it was that was on that roof.
Yeah. Somebody got to protect everybody else that's around them to make sure everybody come home safe.
Absolutely, man. Those charges were really, you know, trumped up, and for the most part, you know, when you consider the fact that you had white boys, you know, these crackers go into the Capitol, I think it was in Michigan, with guns and
Right.
pointed them at federal officers and still free, no charges.
Come on.
You know,
Exactly.
so you and I know that the white man's heaven is still a black man's hell. We can't do what they do and end up in the, you know, in the same position or have the same results. It just don't happen for us.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts.
I mean, that's just the reality. We see it every day. You know, watching videos on YouTube, watching videos on Instagram, where the police are very accommodating for one of their own.
Right.
You know, and when it comes to us, as in the case with Tamir Rice,
Right.
don't even have a conversation with the young brother. He's playing with a gun on the playground and gets killed without even a conversation.
Right. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we not afforded that right. They don't even give us the benefit of the doubt.
No, brother,
No,
they don't
they
give us
couldn't
the
find out
benefit of
real
the doubt.
easy that the gun was just a toy, but they shoot us in the back and we running away. There's no excuse for it. It's two different justice systems, one for them and one for us, and it shouldn't be that way. And we shouldn't even want to go by that. We shouldn't allow that to happen.
Right. Now, it seems like Biden get in office and all kind of hell breaking loose.
What do you mean?
It
was breaking loose before he got in office.
but yeah, that's true. But think about it though. And the incident took place in September, right? Now Trump.
Oh yeah.
With Grandmaster Jay.
Yeah, and see, that's something too, man. Come on, how many times have you heard of anybody, but especially a black man, pointing a weapon at an officer and they wait 3 months to come and get him?
Right.
Especially an individual like Brother Jay.
Right. They trying to set a precedence for this new team coming in the play.
Well, you know, I don't know if it's so much Biden, I think it's just the powers that be, because that the what is it called, the black identity
crisis.
The threat of the strong black man.
Oh yeah, right. The masculine trying to demasculinate, right?
Exactly. So that's an agenda that's been projected, and it's out there, man. So that was before Biden. That was before the election. So that's something that happened under Trump's watch. But I think it's even deeper or above Trump. I personally, I don't think that particular issue has anything to do with Trump, because there's always been the case for us. They've always wanted to destroy strong black leadership. Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That no, two things can occupy the same space at the same time. They want that. They want to be the only one. Like the white boy said. Now the white boy said they did a special on CBS about guns and whatnot, and he said that our weapons, the Second Amendment, gives us the right to shoot tyrants in the face. He said that on public TV, bro, like it wasn't nothing.
Well, that's what the Second Amendment reads. I forget the exact words, but basically that's what it means. It kind of says, if the leadership fails you, then it is the duty, of the citizens to take arms and do whatever is necessary.
All right, but now if the tyrant is white and the black man shoot the white tyrant in the face, white folks like, hey man, what you doing? You know what I mean? But he's a tyrant.
Right. And that's why, it really is time for us to separate, brother. But the problem is that, when we separate, they still not going to leave us alone. They will never leave us alone, man. It doesn't matter where we go or what we do. They will never leave us alone.
Wow.
It's not in their DNA to leave us alone.
Well, we gotta utilize that high mathematics, bro. That's the last thing we got left.
Right, and looking at that, this come to mind too. Let's just say that we are granted a state. We are given. Let's just say one state for now. Let's just say what the nation has called for is finally given. They're giving us a state, to run, a black-owned state. Now, my question is, who's going to protect it? Who's going to protect the interests and the assets of the state run by us? And how are we going to protect it? Therefore, I can't protect it without arms. I mean, let's just be reasonable. I mean, because these people are not going to stop, bro. So you can tell me you're going to have FOI scattered all over the borders of that state, walking the post, with no arms. I mean, let's just be real about it. So this is when you would have an organization like the NFAC, a black militia.
True.
And this is why I say we can work together. It doesn't make sense for us to be divided because we all believe in the same thing.
Right.
And when you look at and listen to Brother Jay's position and his foundation, he always quotes Malcolm.
Yeah.
But where did Malcolm get it from?
The message.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So his position is the position of the nation.
Yeah.
Whether he says it or not. If you saying that Malcolm is your foundation, the teachings of Malcolm is your foundation, well, guess what? Malcolm didn't have a teaching.
Right, till he got it from the messenger.
Exactly.
Facts, bro. But I see it, and I could be wrong. If they do give us territory, all the countries from Africa to the Middle East will be weakened. Just so they won't know, we won't have no international help. So you're right, we would only have those in America and those in Latin America who would stand with us, whether it be Brazil, Panama, Veracruz, or whatnot. Hey.
You're right. They wouldn't permit a foreign army to come in and assist us. They wouldn't do that. We would have to organize that right here. And, and what got me to thinking along those lines is that I heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in a lecture talk about the Indians, our Native American brothers and sisters, and he said, listen to them, they got what they deserve. And it sounds so cold to hear him say that. But he went a little further, and he said, I love, our Native American brothers and sisters. He said, but they got what they deserve because they did not do what was necessary to protect the land.
Right.
What does that tell you in so many words? You got to read between the lines.
Yeah.
I would thought the same thing. And also he's been quoted as saying that if he wanted to, he could arm the FOI overnight.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
being people with arms is not a foreign idea in no case, in no way, on no level.
Not at all. Not at all, brother. I mean, not only that, man. If we are a standing army, I know no army that does not use weapons. And even though, we've been taught not to carry, he never said you can't train with them.
That's
you
right.
can't learn how to use them. I've never heard him say you can't learn how to use them.
That's right. But let me ask you this question before we get out of here, though, right? What y'all think about majority of black people moving to Texas, then Texas secede from the Union, and we run our own thing?
Well, I thought about that because when you listen to the interview that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave, and the question was asked, did Master Farad Muhammad leave you with anything upon his departure? He said, yes. He gave me a Holy Quran. He said it was in Arabic, and I don't read Arabic, so he got one that was in Arabic and English. And then the very next thing he said he gave him was a map of Texas. Now, I haven't heard anybody expound on that as to why would the God give the messenger, why would the first two things be the Holy Quran and a map of Texas?
Come on.
Well, he said copy. He said a copy of Texas.
Yeah.
He didn't really say a map, but I'm just assuming that it was a map of Texas.
All right, copy of Texas. Yeah. Texas, yeah. Hey.
In my mind, I'm thinking, there is something to what he said, and it's never really been talked about in detail as to why. Why would the God give him a copy of Texas?
Yeah,
What's so significant about Texas that had to be one of the gifts that he gave him upon his departure?
It's something to that, bro.
That's what I'm saying, brother. I mean, when I heard that, it's like, wait a minute. I don't. You can't take that lightly, man. Not coming from where it came from.
Right now, you cannot, bro. You cannot. That's worth investigating, bro.
Yes, sir. And I think about it all the time. I haven't come up with an answer, but I think about it all the time. Now, he also said that Dallas and Houston would become two of the greatest lights of Islam in the world.
Yeah, well, Houston on his way.
So,
yes, sir. Teach, brother. Teach.
That could have something to do with why he was given a copy of Texas.
Yeah, because
maybe Dallas and Houston will become the new Mecca and Medina.
Yeah, it's on its way.
Yes, sir.
It's on the way. It's in the works, bro. Because Houston, one of the most diverse cities, in America.
Oh, and a lot of people say it is the most diverse.
The most, bro. So yeah, and you got some small little towns in Texas where the whole system is Islamic, bro. The judge, everybody.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you could probably find that in a few other places, but Texas can stand on its own.
Right.
Texas don't need the rest of the United States.
Nah, Texas, we can trade with Mexico. We already Texas is Texas.
I mean, we send resources all over the United States. We send energy up north. We send electricity, I think, to California. So we got the resources. We got pretty much everything we need here.
Yeah, and the sheriff is the sheriff. But look, who do you think we will be able to get along with the remaining Caucasians that was left in Texas?
Well, some of them, but you're gonna always have that few that, like, say for instance, when Grandmaster Jay made that statement, oh man, you had them yahoos and cowboys in an uproar because he said, we'll take Texas.
Yeah.
He didn't say we were going to come and take Texas like that.
Right.
He was saying that if the government wanted to give us a place, we'll take Texas.
Yeah,
Why not? He wasn't saying the NFAC was going to come and physically try to take Texas.
Right.
Come on, man. These crackers and they silly understanding, man.
Right. They ready to get up in arms. They misinterpreted what the brother was talking about.
Exactly. But it is also historic history that a wealthy businessman, I think it was J.B. Hunt,
right,
that he either sent money to the nation or tried to send money to the nation or something. In fact, I've seen YouTube's clip where they try and claim that whoever, I don't know if it was J.B. Hunt, but whoever this man was, he financed the nation.
Nah, one was out of Georgia. Nah, it wasn't financing. One was about some land that the nation was trying to purchase, and one of the owners was part of the Klan. But business deals, you selling the land, I got the money, let's do the transaction.
Right.
Land is land.
Oh, of course. And of course they charged us extra, but, it didn't matter.
Right. We're going to work the land, get, extract the wealth out of it and the benefit and support our people.
Yes, sir.
Well, tell you, brother, but they masters at changing the narrative, so we just have to be a little wiser today.
Well, yeah, brother. That's what the lessons were all about. The lessons that we were given are called supreme wisdom, which, and I don't mind saying it publicly, which is why I guess I tend to have a pet peeve with, headquarters in the direction, because there don't seem to be an economic push. If we just duplicate what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had, if we just did that, that would be a powerful statement. But we haven't done that, man. We don't have a national chain or nothing.
Well,
so, you look at all of these other organizations, all these churches and individuals who seem to be using the teachings better than we are when it comes to economics.
Yeah, and I think that, and I could be wrong, but I think that some of the ideology comes out of regions. If you up on the East Coast and Midwest or whatnot, and it's more concrete and you're more closed in, you got a certain type of mindset. But when you down south, say in Texas and Louisiana, with all this space and land, you want to build. And build and put something on there, all this land and space. So you have to adapt to the region or where you at in order to survive. One mindset, East Coast mindset, even though we the same people, can't work in the South, bro.
Right. There's going to be some, variations. There's going to be some differences, but going back to the messenger, he did it.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he didn't matter what part of the country you were in. He stimulated the minds of the believers wherever they were to start businesses. And so, he was successful. And all I'm saying is we were given a blueprint. He was not given a blueprint. He basically, utilized the teachings and, what Allah and the person of Master Muhammad gave him. And he gave us a blueprint.
There you go.
So there's really no excuse for us today, man. There's really no excuse. And, some brothers got upset with me when I posted this statement that, when I went to Phoenix, Arizona in 1986, that's when, the minister taught that politics without economics is symbol without substance.
Right.
Okay. So, and I made it very clear. If politics without economics is symbol without substance, then I said the nation is symbol without substance.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning that, yeah, we have, like the scriptures say, we have the image and the likeness of God, but we deny the power thereof. You know, we're in a position, man. The nation is in a position to become a number one distributor for anybody who's got a product, who's got a service, who's got anything. Let's just say, you know, you decide to put up a CD.
Right.
All we have to do is inspire everybody around the nation to buy one CD.
That's right.
Guess what? You get to the top of the charts overnight.
And then put a percentage of that back into to build something else.
Of course, you know that's what I was saying. And not only that, let's look at a product. Let's take a product. How about, you know, we create a distribution service for black entrepreneurs, black business people who have products. You know, nobody in the nation should be without a job.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm, so, I mean, we have this power, man, you know, that we're not exercising. We have, you know, pretty much everything we need, and we're not exercising. And it's like, I'm just an individual who see things the way I see things. I'm not saying I'm right all the time. I just express what I see. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Somebody please correct me if I am. But, you know, when I see individuals become moguls or multimillionaires in real estate, we are a nation. We have representation all over the country. Why can't we have a national mortgage company that provides housing for the believers?
Yeah, and they got Islamic banking, Sharia banking.
Yeah, but you know, that's what I'm saying. But you know, we have this power, a potential power that we're not tapping into, the economic power that we're not tapping into.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you got to get over emotions and the fact of and do strictly the mathematics. This plus this equals this, and keep the feelings and the thoughts out of the way so things don't get cloudy. Just this plus this equals this, and just stick to that, and we can move about, you know, throughout the different cities on that mindset, you know, without egos getting in the way.
Well, I mean, there shouldn't be any egos if you got supreme wisdom. I mean, what we do, we're doing it based on what we say we have. If we have supreme wisdom, there should be no excuses, brother. None. Because if there's obstacles that we need to overcome, our wisdom would permit us to overcome these obstacles.
And it's simple as that, brother. It's just that simple.
It's just that simple.
It's just that simple, bro.
We find a way to get it done, just like the Lamb did. He found a way to get it done.
That's right, brother. That's it. Well, time permitted this dialogue.
Yes, sir. You caught me at a good time.
Yeah, bro. This wasn't planned. But time dictated and said, "Hey, we got a deal."
And I normally don't answer numbers that I'm not familiar with. So yeah, it was definitely something that was the universe wanted to happen.
Come on, brother. Yeah, 'cause I called you on the other hotline, and Brother Marcus was already going in, you know, on different subjects and dealing with the NFAC and the treatment and we was breaking down the hypocrites and whatnot, as far as always coming out and want to tear down another brother for his success, as in the case with Grandmaster Jay and some of these other YouTube talking heads, right?
Yes, sir.
And yeah, man, and so it's time out for that.
It's sad, man. It's sad that in 2020, you know, we got brothers who claiming to be awoke and claiming to know, you know, doing this kind of stuff, man. It's just really sad. It just goes to show that, we're really not as far along as we claim to be. Going back to that saying, having the power, having the form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Yeah, you look good, you sound good, you're making some moves to, convince people that you are who you say you are, but really, underneath, it's not real. It's fake news.
Oh, man. Hey. Well, all I can say is time again will uncover and discover all things because you can't outrun it. That's why I say the truth could be, you can bury it in the ocean under a rock and it still will be discovered. Right? So.
Absolutely, brother. Look at the Trump administration, man. Allah has revealed to those of us we wasn't, but those who are asleep, what kind of people we've been dealing with and what kind of people are sitting in office making decisions for us. These are idiots, man, for the most part. They're educated idiots.
Right. And if that don't wake us up, bruh, come on. Trump was right on time here.
Well, I personally, I only agree with Trump's administration as far as, as far as Allah agrees with Trump being, because I personally think that, when you consider all of the things that man has done, and, there's no way anybody should have voted for this man when you consider, all of the things that he's done and said. It's just no way. So when he won, I said, that man won because Allah put him there, and he put him there for a purpose.
That's right.
Trump was put there to show us exactly what's there.
Right, what we dealing with. Right in our face, man. Right in our face. No excuses.
Yes,
Now the ball in our court, what you gonna do with it now?
Exactly. Now that you know, now that the truth has been revealed, what are we gonna do?
Yes, sir, brother Mark.
Yes, sir.
You were finna say?
Hey, brother. Once again, I'm just listening, brother, and learning. Well edified.
That's right. And look, we closing out, brother Nasir. I appreciate your comments and you being on the show, and I'm glad you answered the phone. We're going to get that doc to you, bro. We was doing the show, and as stated, we got the documentary coming out with the NFAC, and we all traveled to Lafayette, Louisiana together.
Right.
And it was a great experience, a great show of unity. And when you're there, on the spot, on the scene, you get a feel and you understand what this brother is doing. And I'm speaking of Grandmaster Jay, and you can get an appreciation of him putting that together and what it meant to just the people who were there, what it meant for them.
Right, exactly, brother. See, and that's the thing, most of the people who are making all of these statements, and they are never there.
Right, they not there. They ain't did nothing. They ain't
done nothing.
They
ain't busted. They ain't done nothing.
I ain't put their life on the line. I wasn't out there ready to throw down and nothing. They run behind a microphone and, say, man, we were there.
Microphone revolutionaries, brother.
Yeah, for real, man. That was man, appreciate y'all been on the show, Brother Mark, Brother Nasir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate the opportunity to, to share. I don't know who's all is listening, but, I think, if they got an open mind, just keep an open mind, about the NFAC, because it's not the negatives that you are hearing about by a long shot.
That's right. All right. Vote Pick Radio. Thank you all once again, and we out.